98.1
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are.
the rewarding way to make payments. Verve, the rewarding way to make payments.
Studio, here we go. And Lagos, you are welcome inside the Grapevine here, inside of the Smooth Breakfast and Smooth 98.1. It's Ayo and Mazino for a Tuesday morning, and we have our guests in the studio. Ayo, would you do us the honors?
That's right. You heard her voice earlier on, and she promised to be here for the Grapevine 91. It is
Fish hooked her
Folu
in.
Storms.
Hey, good morning, Lagos. Hey, I am Mazino.
Hey again.
Hey, and then, guys, wait for it. Hold your seats, hold your chairs. It is James Silas.
Yeah,
You didn't disappoint. I was like, just
United for life.
It's okay. What I've heard.
Chelsea.
All right, fantastic. So we have Folu Storms and we have James Silas. The Grapevine 91 is brought to you by Verve. And we have songs to review as well as some stories to get through this morning. I promise you, today is going to be juicy.
Okay, so we want to review these songs already. So we're going to play a snippet of them and come back to talk about it. First one off is To Die For. No, literally, that's what it's called. It's by Sam Smith. Let's take a little listen and then we'll be back to talk about this. Enjoy. Sorry, that was a bit iffy. So we're going to come back and talk over it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Come back in now. Studio. Sam Smith, To Die For, pink lemonade sipping on a Sunday. I can't get over that. It's so nice.
I love it. It's a beautiful image in your head.
Very dreamy. I don't know what you guys think about the video, however.
Well, talking of the video, I think it's, I have to say I do enjoy watching certain artist videos. Sam Smith is one of those because you're not going to get an atypical video, and it wasn't. It really wasn't. It was, he was sort of as a mannequin head. Oh, look at that, my head's doing special things. Sorry guys. He was sort of singing as a mannequin head, and you see all these lovers coming by and he's talking about it, and it's this emotional thing, and at the end someone does a smash and grab in the window and collects the head and disappears, and I thought, who came up with this concept? This is so cool. So it gives you one thing to watch, which could be completely disparate or separate from the video, but then it's such a beautiful song as well. So I really have nothing bad to say about it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. To Die For.
That was exactly what I thought. It's so separate from the video. It's totally, you listen to it on radio, it's a different thing. You see it on TV, it's totally
completely different.
Like, nice.
And I think that's a very cool video, and I've always said it. For me, the real test of a great video is turning off the sound and seeing if you're still going to watch. And this video you'll watch because you want to see what happens, what's going on, where's it going.
Okay. Do remember now you can also send in your review 0809444091. James, Silas, what do you think about it?
I mean, she said it all already. Very creative. I mean, when I watched, I was just thinking, whose idea is this? And it's, I mean, typical of Sam Smith. It's out of the box entirely. So one thing that came to mind was, I said, if it's our cycle here, you'll be one. So I don't know if we had some video in Nigeria. First of all, I can't even play this type of song you want to shoot this kind of video for. But if you had some type of video in Nigeria, would people appreciate it? Like,
are you saying now Nigerian videos are a bit too regular these days?
Oh yes, they are.
I
say with my chest.
Are you insulting
I think
no, it's not
no,
insulting.
we can appreciate art. The problem is when it comes down to actually making the video, the artists themselves are usually not interested in that. They're like, well, how would they know it's me? They can't see my face. My face is everywhere. I'm not at the beginning, middle, and end. I'm not everywhere. And that's the thing, So you could have a video director. Yes, because you have. I've been in places where you have video directors that are like, oh, I've got this concept. I think it'll be dope.
And they say no.
Like, no, that's not the one I want to see. See this
video. Do this.
I want it like that.
Yes.
There's one video I'm trying to remember a long time ago, about 6 years ago, that the artist didn't show at all. It's one of the alternative artists, Nigerian, and she didn't from end to end, from beginning to. That was really good and was really artistic. But for this video, first of all, the song, I really love the song, it's from his album, which is of the same title, To Die For, released date is 1st of May. And so I was reading. I usually like to read YouTube comments because it's almost a cheat for what beyond that. I think it's also nice to hear people to read people's interpretation of the video or how they're feeling about it from different parts of the world. And I got this, and I was like, yeah, I got the meaning of the song. So someone wrote that the video, him being a mannequin head, was how just like a mannequin in the store, he gets to see people fall in love,
Yeah.
feel happy,
And you're
but he feels
disconnected.
Trapped. Yeah, he's just
Oh.
trapped in the store. He's just
Yeah.
observing,
Watching the world go
Yeah,
by,
go by.
literally.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Nice.
I got that part, which is nice,
Yeah.
but it's just, it's so nice and separate. It's a
Yeah.
separate thing. It's beautiful. Nice.
James, you and I didn't get it like that initially.
I did actually. So that's why you see
So
from the
you
beginning,
got one here.
Mazino speak for herself. You see from the beginning, we had. Did you see the boy girl love this in the
That's what I said,
beginning?
'cause you
In
saw
between
all
they had the
lovers.
boy thing
Yes,
too.
you saw the boys
So,
come in, and it was cute.
why they steal the hair though? I don't understand why they stole. I think Sam
Okay,
Smith
that's
came and stole his own
something.
hair by
Do you know
himself.
what? I saw that and I thought, I love Sam Smith because this is real British culture, ASBO behavior. If you don't know what an ASBO is, ASBO is antisocial behavioral order.
Yeah.
And they give it to kids because, and there's some kids I used to know, don't hang around bad gang people, please stay straight. Who used to look out like, do you have an ASBO? Yeah, you haven't got one. Oh, mate, what we gonna do today? Smash
Ladies,
and grab.
gentlemen, let's do another video, another song. This time, Mafiki Solo, Ngeke Balunge. Take a listen, we'll be right back.
Oh, you tried with that pronunciation. Though. That's very straight. Genge Balungo.
Yeah,
I like African names.
That's cool.
Especially East and South African
I
names.
had to read that slowly before.
All right, coming back in now over the song. Ayo, bring us back.
Alright, so this is Balunge Nguge by Mafisco Zozo.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's okay, it's okay.
Balunge,
I was
please.
just like, why did Mazino do this? After
I'm so sorry.
James just said, oh, you're pronouncing the word.
Yes.
Nguge Balunge. But yeah, this is a really nice song. What do you guys think about the video and the song?
I think it's typical Mafiki Zolo. It's very colorful, and that's
Yes.
beautiful. Every video they ever have is
Yes,
always
yes.
has that cultural thing, that
Yes.
ethnicity, that color is the word. So I wasn't expecting any less, and I love it still. I mean,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Can I be honest though?
Yeah.
Like the video started and I was like, yep, seen them all, close.
No, come
No,
on,
giving it no,
girl.
and it's
But
not
we
because
all said the
it's
same
but it's
thing,
not because
to
I
be
have a
fair.
problem with the video,
Yeah.
but I already know what it's gonna look like.
True,
So
actually.
I'm like, why
Typical.
am I gonna
And we
sit
did
here
say that, like,
and watch it
typical song, yeah.
again?
So for me, it wasn't more. I mean, it wasn't about the video at all. Colorful, always colorful. I think it's the job of the editor or something. And then it's the scenery, it's the country, it's you know the location. But the song is, I don't know,
South Africa.
South Africa. Actually.
Okay.
Yes. So, but the song itself was. So I got the. I think part of what was sent to us
Yeah,
was the translation of.
translation.
I didn't even bother reading translation.
Same here.
I just wanted to just enjoy the song like
Listen
that.
to it.
It's
You know,
universal.
watching the video actually will tell you that it's a love story.
Yes.
You know, the girl.
I'm
You
gonna
know,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
put out a really unpopular
Let's hear it.
opinion
Please
because
go.
I bought Mafiki Zola's last album, right? And I actually really like Mafiki Zola. I think they're one of the longest standing groups that we have on the entire continent. I think they've worked so very, very hard over the years. But I will say that it got a bit sameish for me from their last album to this song, which is why even when I listened to the song and I saw the video, I was like, heard it. Skip. And maybe it's tougher for me because I don't speak the language.
Yeah.
But the truth is there is a sameness that can dull the senses and dull people's appreciation of your art because it's great art. It's beautiful. But if you're giving me the same type of art over and over again, I'm like,
Then you should have a problem with Nigerian videos because everything is the
but
same.
I
Thank you.
told you
I was
this
coming
at
to
the
that.
beginning.
Yeah.
That is standard.
It's like you always know who shot it.
Yeah, we do, we
Alrighty.
do.
Oh wow,
Let's,
Mazino.
your Pentium loaded.
Yes. Nice one.
Let's take some comments. So we have from WhatsApp. Shala says, since Uncle came out, that's Sam Smith, he let loose.
I loved it, yeah. It's creative, it's
And then
dangerous.
also says, good to have you back,
Jesus.
Mazino. Jubil says, Smooth FM are there. Oh, surprise. Thank you so much. Bingham.
Gwenga says the second video, the language is sexy, she says. Nice.
Do you know, that's the thing. I was like, you don't need to understand the language to actually enjoy the music and
appreciate
just show, just tell that music is very powerful.
okay.
You don't have to understand language.
Do we move on to another story then?
Yes.
Do you guys want to talk about Tonto Dike's ex-husband who's suing her for calling him a fraudster because he had political ambitions? Now she's gone and just ruined it for him. He's suing for 500 million naira, by the way. That's a lot of money, isn't it?
So a PAS, as the kids say, I think this is a defamation suit. And Churchill is saying that she knew about his political ambitions, and the video that she released on YouTube where she talked about the breakdown of their marriage and attributed it to him possibly being a ritualist, being an internet fraudster, was malicious. It was deliberate. There was intent behind it. Now, I did watch those videos when Tonto put them out because he was prime gist. I was like, wow, you go girl, let's hear the story. And she did seem to have a lot of receipts.
Yeah,
Yes.
it would seem.
Every single thing that she was saying, and that's how you protect
Well,
yourself
not
from
every
certain,
single
for most
thing.
things that she said about other people. She would say, you can ask this, I can show you this if you want this. Some of them she tried to show on her phone, because she clearly had thought about it
Yeah.
extensively before she went out and did that video. Now, another thing is, and I said it during Freshly Pressed, defamation, libel, those kind of things are very hard to prove
Yeah.
in a court of law, especially if somebody has got evidence to show that this is what led to me saying this. I didn't just wake up and it didn't just fall from the sky. So it'd be very interesting to see how this progresses, if this goes anywhere.
Well,
At all.
the jury's still out on those receipts, because I don't know if you remember, James. One of the things she talked about was his manhood, so we're still
Yes.
waiting for that receipt.
Oh,
Maybe
wow.
there's
Yes.
video. You know, people used to live different life.
Yes,
I'm
that
just
one.
saying.
Yes,
That one's
it got
big.
everybody on
You
their
don't
toes.
know.
That was
We know
what
that one.
everybody was talking about.
Yes.
You don't know. You don't know.
And this guy crushed your emotions, you know.
Yeah, so I
That's why he's
when I
really
saw
angry.
this story, for me, it was just about the fact that sometimes, and I do hope it goes far in terms of the lawsuit, because we need to be careful as
With
to
what
what
we
we
say.
put out there.
Yes.
Yes, we think it's just all fun and games until you have to pay 500 million naira
Mm.
in damages.
Mm.
So
Or
it's
maybe
really
not.
important. Well, or
Yeah.
maybe not, but it's really important because we see a lot of this. Scorn lovers come out and they start making claims, saying things, and if
Mm.
it's true, I hope Churchill will go all the way. And if it's even if it's true and she still came out and it was defamatory, then he should still pursue. And
No, if it's true, it can't be defamatory because it's true.
but what
It's an absolute defense.
what
Yeah.
if he's destroying his body?
That's your
But it's
business.
true.
It's true.
What if it's private?
Excuse me.
Like the
It
receipt
is
we're still
true.
waiting for.
If,
Yes.
if we'd signed a non-disclosure, right? If you'd made me sign a non-disclosure for any kind of act or whatever it is, that's different. Then you can sue me for breaching that
exactly.
agreement or that contract. But if I say something that is true, whether or not it makes you look bad is not my concern.
The
I've
truth
spoken
is the
the
truth.
truth. So the truth is an
Right.
absolute defense to that, unless I'm mistaken.
Or we
My
could
learned
talk
colleagues
about
jumping.
T-Boz on Instagram yesterday, and she was crying
She was
her
in tears, bro.
eyes out over something that happened. Now, earlier on she had unveiled her baby, whom she had made so much noise about never revealing to the public, but she made so much pomp and pageantry about this, and then she went ahead to unveil her baby, and then what she got wasn't what she was expecting from the internet, but it is the internet. You should have known this.
It is
Instagram
social
went
media.
half.
Nobody wins.
Nobody what?
Nobody wins on the internet.
Nobody
You
wins, yeah.
can't, no matter what defense was, no matter how you want to explain it. When these people come for you, there's nothing, you know. And then it still stems to the angle that, okay, first of all, the pregnancy thing or the childbirth thing was a surprise to a lot of the internet people, and so they're still not happy about the fact that you never even show
Yes.
reveal
And-
the pregnancy, and now you have a baby.
And that she
Who's the
fought
father?
so hard to say, I'm not going to tell you this, I'm not going
Yeah.
to tell you that. And she came out and made statements about it. She was like, I'm under no pressure, I don't have to, I can keep it to myself. Da, 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 da. So lo and behold,
And now you're
yes,
revealing.
tonight.
Yeah, I think the surprising thing for me was that she actually 6 months afterwards, Valentine, it was as if she couldn't hold it back
Oh,
anymore.
yes.
And then you come and show us the baby. I think your child is precious. You have a right not to show pictures or to show pictures if you choose to, if that's what you want to do. But then what got me really shocked was that she was shocked that people came for her. I'm
So-
like,
So the way I looked at it, right, I think there are a couple of things that are in play. One, being a new mother, as I've never been a mother, but I've experienced so many other people going through this, can be an incredibly emotional, overwhelming. There's love pouring out of you in all spaces. Your heart is living outside of your body, and where before you thought, oh, I would never share this, I would never do it. Suddenly you want to stand on
share.
rooftops and be like,
Exactly.
look at
Yes.
human life.
Ah,
It came from my
Okay, yes.
and I think that is such a beautiful thing, and we don't know if she's been dealing with postpartum depression.
Yes,
we don't know what
Yeah,
she's
true.
going through. So I think a little bit of human empathy does need to go into that. But you're absolutely right. If you made a song and dance about being private, if you made this whole thing about, oh, I don't have to do that, when you come out and do it, you're setting yourself up.
Yeah.
Beyonce had to deal with that and is still dealing with that with her first child, Blue. She learned from that. And Sir and Rumi Carter, most people
Never
don't know
heard
what
of
they
him.
look like.
You're
Most
very
people have
correct,
forgotten
yeah.
that Beyonce even
Had-
have
yeah,
children.
yeah.
She
You
has
don't
how
remember.
many she has?
She's got 3 children.
Three
She's
children.
got the
Three.
twins
It's
and she's got
twins.
Blue. Yeah.
Oh,
and,
okay.
and then the other thing as well is the United Nations actually put up something a couple of weeks ago, and I remember sharing it as well. They're like, beware of share renting. Because we live in a social media age, a lot of parents are hyper exposing their children without their consent. Now, yes, your baby's a baby, oh, that's all well and good, but all the pictures you put of your child stay up there for years.
Yes.
And you're giving them no say in whether or not they want to be
wanted it there.
hyper exposed to people in that way. And when they become adults and able to speak for themselves and have agency, they're going to have a problem because you shared them with the entire world against their will.
Ladies, gentlemen, let's do a break. We'll be back inside the Grapevine here on Smooth 98.1. Do stay tuned. We're Smooth. Now, there's no ad in the middle here. What's going on? Isn't there supposed to be a verb ad?
Yeah, there is.
But look,
Let me see.
it's.
No, time marker is 30. So,
Look, there's no ad in there. So it's like it was put in there and then it was taken out.
Yeah, it was. Look, are we sure that this one is not by verbal? Lakumi.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
But we played a verb ad in the
Oh,
beginning.
Yeah, in the
And
beginning.
But even at the end, there's no verb. There's no
See
verb.
verb.
no, this is the
Outro.
outro.
Yeah, it's just outro. It's not that we're the ones that put it there.
No, it was there already.
Yeah, I mean like it's shared.
We are sure that that outro is not what's it
From
called?
them. No, I don't have.
It's not from them.
The
But we're
ads are the
gonna
ones,
go ahead
yeah,
and
but
play it
we'll
anyhow.
still
But
put it,
we won't say
yeah. Brought to you by
brought to you by verb anymore. We're coming back in 15. All right. Please bring us in with the next story.
What's the right?
Queen of Katwe, I think. Yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Nikita, yeah, I
Who
did.
hasn't?
I saw
have.
it. It was dope.
You guys should. Studio. Here we go.
It's a Grapevine 981 here on Smooth 98.1. Ayo Mazino, Folu Storms, and James in the building.
Yeah.
And before the break, we talked about T-Boss and her baby, and also looked at what's going on with Tonto Dike and Olakunle Churchill. There's a lawsuit there, 500 million naira up for grabs, if indeed he can prove that there was, she was lying against him.
Yeah, it's easy. All you need is just zip. Oh, sorry. No, okay, not that one.
Okay, now the next story is a rather sad one. It's unfortunate that we hear news that Queen of Katwe star Nikita Appeal Waligwa has died at the age of 15. She said to have died from a brain tumor. Now the extra sadness of this is that she was diagnosed earlier in 2016 and she received treatment in India. She was certified tumor-free in 2017, and then it was another
They
discovered new ones, and that's
last
what
year.
unfortunately killed her. Many of us remember Waligu in the Queen of Kwatu.
Yeah, she was Fiona's friend.
Fiona's
Yeah, she was the
yeah.
one who actually introduced
Yeah,
it
taught
to
her
the
the
game.
chess.
Yeah, and she was a very quiet character in the movie.
Yes.
Very adorable.
It
too.
was beautiful. I'm getting goosebumps again thinking
Yeah.
about it. I remember when I watched the movie.
I loved the
went in
movie.
not really sure what it was gonna be like, but I wanted to see it. It was so beautifully done. It was such a beautiful movie, and I'm really hoping they're gonna be more like that.
Wasn't it the first sort of like African
African
focused
Disney?
Disney?
Yeah. Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
so it
Absolutely.
really got a lot
Absolutely,
of attention.
yeah. So it did, and it's so sad when life is lost at all, that it's lost so young is even more tragic. And just again a health reminder to everyone, whether you've never been diagnosed, whether you have been, whatever the case is, just get yourself
Get
checked,
checked.
as frequently as possible.
True, very true. We have comments on WhatsApp. Ojola Dele says, okay, Mazino, read this one.
Yeah, okay, so
Oh,
you guys will not kill you. That receipt for manhood. I nearly pressed my accelerator instead of the brakes. That's what we want you to do. OB10 Kenobi T-Buzz SIU unit of Millennial Drama Queen. No sleep lost there at all. Wow, Mazino and Folu in the studio. Hey.
All right, we have here from Emeka from Amua who says that Sam Smith video was deep. He watches the world feel so happy, fall in love and all, but feels trapped as a mannequin, watching all the things going on. Now that's creative. Songs like this in Nigeria won't ever make waves. First, many Nigerians prefer songs that gyrate. Case in point, Malians.
There you go.
Secondly, his sexual orientation won't even make him succeed in Nigeria. And then Sheyi says, good morning, great minds. Ayo, please, is that Mazino's unique voice? Do you go on sabbatical? Guys, Mazino, speak again, let them hear you properly.
I don't know, it's the same voice everywhere. All
All right,
right.
thanks, guys.
Okay, moving on now to our next story. So it's still about the Big Brother gang. And I don't know if you guys know this, but it came out as a surprise to me. Apparently, Nina of Big Brother Naija, she got married traditionally. This time, once again, without unveiling her husband. And, well, to the shock of everybody, she tied a knot with her fiance, a traditional wedding ceremony on Saturday, February 15th, just after Valentine's wedding. And I mean our Valentine, not the day. Congratulations to her. But let me put this out there. If after 6 months you come and unveil, and they come after you. I'm
Just maybe you now
there.
realize that you married somebody's husband.
Hey.
You should have shown us. Let's know.
James.
I'm
guys,
telling you,
you are not
honestly,
lying.
To be fair,
Not lying.
you know, let me just play. Is it devil's advocate? No, it's not devil's advocate.
Angel.
In this case, yeah.
Mm.
But it does kind of seem like that when you're hiding. Even like baby, you're a full-grown human being. Why are you doing it?
Listen, I'm going to stand on this man's side. Excuse me, private or private life. Because the second you put anything on social media, what are you doing? You're giving the public permission to comment on it.
True.
If you do not want the public to comment on your personal life relationships, keep your personal life
Then don't
relationships
post
away
pictures.
from social. That's why she posted a picture of herself in fine dress.
No, she posted the pictures of that came out of her with a man who happens to be the brother of the groom.
So
Getting confused.
Can you imagine?
Wait, let me give you
It's
the
family
okay,
tree.
okay.
So Stella
Okay.
Dimoko.
Well, let me get my pen out so I can draw the screen. It's about to get confusing in here.
Apparently, the man was not even around for the wedding. His brother sat in for him and acted as
Oh,
the
by
groom.
proxy.
Yes,
Oh,
so by
snap.
proxy.
I'm
So
sorry.
you see-
Wait. Let's reverse.
Rewind.
Did you tell me that the person she married, according to
It just
this,
got exciting.
was not present at the wedding?
Not present.
There's a problem.
This is big
No,
problem.
I can't stand by you. I
National
never knew
issue.
nobody before. I can't. What? I didn't know you could do that. I knew that
Oh,
both the
oh,
bride
you
and
could.
groom didn't have to be there for traditional, like especially if it's in your villa. You can do absentee
All the people
stuff.
have pictures as proxy. So how?
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. But usually it's the
couple.
couple together. Is what I mean. That are not.
Seen a bride marrying a picture.
Hey.
Hey, go for.
Oh,
gold.
I've seen it actually.
happened.
But you see one of the things I was
I've
saying there.
never seen such before.
Folu. Oh, are you serious?
I've never.
Where you
Are you
from?
joking?
I've seen a lot.
Mm.
So another thing I said
Picture
there,
beside you.
when I saw the video, I was saying this girl must have really loyal friends. Nobody snitched. Nobody reviewed pictures. Wow.
Wasn't she dating
Excuse me,
Miracle?
it's because they are not
During the
present.
movie.
Did you not notice the husband is not present?
We don't know.
Are you
She-
sure the friends were present?
She was dating Miracle now. The
No,
She was-
I don't think they were dating.
No,
Okay.
Well, they were getting on.
Yes, they were, but
Sorry,
not dating.
important
This was-
question. Which cycle of BB is this girl from?
The penultimate one.
I'm
Penultimate.
gonna lie you. I don't watch them.
No, it's okay.
I only know like two people from
It's
the
a
songs.
penultimate.
I
No,
have been asking them their name. They take it to offensive.
I remember she was dating someone on the show.
Yes, Miracle.
And that was not too long ago. And she's had time to date, court, and marry somebody else currently. First off, when I heard the story, I said to myself, and I'm sorry, this is going to sound very wrong. I said I'd be embarrassed too if I was her husband.
Oh, shots fired. Black clap.
But
Why do I feel like
you
don't
made
feel
it
bad
sound
about
worse.
When you
Mazino.
say sorry or I don't mean to sound rude,
You
are going
know.
to sound rude.
Mazino. That was deep, no?
No.
Like, no, the husband wasn't. I don't think the husband is
It-
embarrassed. He's probably not in the country. You know,
So
you
he's
have
not listening.
you have
but
a
wait,
fiance in
guys.
America.
I can't know. This
I can't come back
see.
right now. You know this
Let
whole
me,
Donald
no,
Trump
I don't
thing.
know. I don't
I leave, I
know,
might just
don't
get my
know.
visa
You know.
Excuse me, if you cannot be physically present for us to marry, you
Just
can't
wait.
marry.
But for now that you see a lawyer, don't be defending for somebody that you don't know.
That's why I said I wasn't defending. I was just saying that personally, if you're
recused
doing
herself.
this, yes, I did, because other information came to light. You understand? But I'm just saying, yes, keep your personal life personal as much as is possible, because in a hyper-connected world, whether or not you like it, someone is going to snap you somewhere, saw you somewhere, come out.
Yes.
As much as you can protect it. But I've never, in Nigerians, please let's stop.
No, but
Is
for
it by
she
force to marry?
put up. We have a picture of her mother-in-law, of her brother-in-law. How
Where
difficult
is
is it to get the husband?
man?
That's really private.
Let's do messages.
All
Yeah,
right,
the
yeah,
time
we
is
have a
up.
number of messages. Sean is saying the social ways of Nigeria is one kind. These people will do anything on top, just wedding share. How can you sit down and be marrying fish up and down?
Honestly,
First of all,
I
I've never seen the
confuse.
word kind spelled out before. Thank you very much.
And then-
Taya here, Yaba says, hustle in your love life, before you get audio husband, do introduction. They probably met on Skype.
No, but
he says.
she went on holiday recently, and she went on holiday to meet
Where?
you know someone who was meant to
Said
be her
man.
boyfriend. Yeah,
Which one, Trey?
Yeah?
Where, which holiday?
she
Where?
went to the US now.
I told you no.
Vicky
This is not
from
Trump
Katie
thing.
says all this hiding of her boo only to realize the boo is a boo of another.
I'm saying it.
Social media will just boo her. I beg you, let some people know. And
Yes,
police boo.
boss.
Police are claiming you.
Excuse me, we don't know you.
Alright, so let's go. Let's see if we have anything on YouTube, okay, and Twitter. We don't.
Okay.
Please keep your comments coming in. We have our so let's talk about Elton John.
Yeah.
Elton John is, I think, Oh no, before Elton John, there's a bigger gist. Jessica Cackard, who is Mufe Duncan's ex-wife.
Ex-wife.
Last year, they announced that they're going
Separated.
their separate ways. Yeah, so they're getting a divorce. Now it's been over 10 months since they confirmed their separation, and Mufe is
Confirming.
confirmed with a new babe, and on I think it was on Valentine's or Valentine's Boxing Day.
Yep.
That's the 15th of February.
What? His face to wall.
It is a thing now.
Continue.
So he what's it called? He came out with a picture professing love to this beautiful lady and saying that I was afraid, I've been here before, it hurt. I tried to heal it hurt the more than I gave up and all that. Okay, it was on Valentine's Day. Now Jessica, his ex-wife, comes out to say, comments under the post, she's beautiful, happy Valentine's Day,
I like
guys.
that. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's mature.
Really.
She didn't come out to insult.
Yeah, no, I thought that was
abuse
very
or anything. I
beautiful.
think it was-
Yeah, I couldn't. I was like, wow, that's a very
because we
adult
don't
relationship.
get along doesn't mean that we should hate each other.
Yes.
No, you don't have to hate each other.
Yeah.
You don't have to love or hate someone. You don't have to comment. That's what my
No,
only
you don't have to.
stance.
But that's why I thought it was particularly mature and very supportive because clearly
Really?
they're friends.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
me, I didn't see that way.
No, that's how I saw. I really saw
Ayo,
it as,
maintain the energy. I like it.
because because I think that one of the most beautiful things is because if you make a decision to marry somebody, that's supposed to be your friend.
Exactly.
Whatever happens with the marriage that maybe you cannot live together, your life actually doesn't
Doesn't
work
mean
out.
you
You
should
look
stop
at you
being
look at the
friends.
reality of it
I
because beyond
totally
this
agree.
love. So your friend is doing something, you're like, do you know what? Good for you.
No, Folu, I agree. Totally agree that I believe very much in being friends even after a breakup.
Yeah.
However, I still think there needs to be some form of boundaries and space. Particularly, it's still very fresh. Why should you didn't have
No,
to
no, no.
comment.
It's
That's
fresh
my
for
own.
you. It's not fresh for them.
Yeah, but how
Their
long were they
decision to
married for?
split was a while before they announced it to
Yeah,
us.
but even it was announced, they did. To be fair, the reason why it's making
James, let's go have a
headlines, I
coffee.
cannot understand.
I think so.
I don't
Yeah.
think we are needed here.
I
The
mean,
reason why it's making headlines is because it's weird. This is your ex. You didn't have to send him if you're so chummy, send him a WhatsApp message, send him a text.
I agree.
I really like that
I
your
agree.
picture.
But you know the problem?
What?
What did I say about sharing things on social?
Yeah, you open it
And
up
so
to
it's a
everybody.
continue because that's what they used to do.
I'm waiting for the end of this matter.
Well, I wish them well.
Yes, so-
and
Yeah, I do wish them
Jessica as well. I think that was quite brave and mature.
Yeah, Mofe, stop posting your stuff on the internet.
well. Wait, so one question. What do you guys think about when you after a breakup and then you now started? This is like the second or third person I've seen doing this. You start a new relationship, then you make a grand announcement saying
That's my point. I'm like, stop doing it.
Yeah.
Stop. Like,
Unnecessary.
stop. Like, nobody cares. That's the truth. First,
No,
nobody
don't
actually cares. The truth is, let me tell you something. In case people don't know, hello celebs.
I don't like the way you're looking at
Is
me.
this thing on?
it's on. Yes.
Testing,
Preach.
testing, 1, 2. Nobody really cares about you.
Wait, so I have a
Nobody
question
cares
for
about
Ayo.
you. You care about you, so focus on your life.
Yeah.
Stop involving other people. Nobody cares.
Ayo's gonna get goody two shoes about this, but
No,
I'm gonna
I'm
ask
not.
anyhow. So Ayo, are you not friends with most of your exes?
I am all of them.
How
But I won't be
how
going
many-
under their new relationship status. Oh, so fantastic.
I wish you best.
Real quick, guys, Elton John had to stop a concert. He had a little bit of pneumonia, and right in the middle of it, he said, "You know what, guys? I can't go on with this. I've got pneumonia."
Please stop that thing.
My Elton John is pushing
know,
back.
Stop this thing you're doing.
I sound like Osborne.
That's Sir Elton John.
Sir
to
Elton
you.
John.
And,
But,
yeah, it's really
yeah.
sad. Diagnosed with walking pneumonia. It's a milder version of regular pneumonia. And so he decided that he was going to go ahead with his concert, sing to the best of his ability, and partway through he completely lost his voice. Being the old, loving, beautiful man that he is, he literally was almost in tears as they gingerly led him off stage. And he was like, my voice is gone.
Perhaps he was thinking about all the money he has to refund.
No. Sir Elton, excuse me, the crowd, just so you, this is how you know people that give you a good experience. And I was talking about a good experience because a lot of Nigerian brands and events are rubbish. And I'll say this again, a lot of the branded events are so horrible for the average person.
Follow, name the names, girl.
Because I can't even think of one specific example because there's so many. You
Altogether.
invite the average Nigerian and you're not interested in them. It's only the 0.3% of the VIP that you want to have a good time. This is why people like Sir Elton John can go out halfway through a concert, not be able to continue singing, and everybody stands up to give him a standing ovation,
Yes.
because the experience they're having is beautiful. Please stop using the Nigerian public as your guinea pigs, as your props at events. I think it's so disrespectful when so many people are spending hours in traffic using hard-earned money. How much is the minimum wage? How much is your ticket? Please stop doing that to people, because every time I see people out there, I'm like, I know why I'm here. I got this ticket for free. Like, I can just chill, but this is a horrible experience for anybody else. So please don't do it. Be like Sir Elton John. Give people the best possible experience until you lose your voice. then we know it's real.
Okay, well, guess what, guys? If this was in Nigeria,
Mhm.
we would not even know that Elton lost his voice because they'll play.
That's why
track
only
two, the guy will just be pressing the thing and we'll finish that performance.
That's what I'm saying.
That's it.
Because Elton John will never get on a stage and
Give
you're
you
doing
substandard
backing track.
performance.
Yes, no.
So stop giving people
I say in
substandard
Nigeria.
performance here.
Even,
please.
see, if this thing happened in Nigeria, we'll tell them, Baba, just sit. Don't worry.
Baba, I'm
We'll
telling
We got
take
you.
care of it.
Just be moving your mouth.
Listen, I wish we could go on, but Folu, James, we're out of time. How do you guys end this out?
we
Oh,
plug
they plug out.
Okay.
So guys, please go online every Wednesday. Tomorrow, actually, you have another episode of Unmarried is out. The other really cool
Let
thing
me
is
tell
one of
them
the
something.
shows I'm on is
Who is kissing man in this?
I know what you're
Oh.
talking about Kamzi, who's the character, is doing things with her husband. They have nothing to do with me. And the other thing is, one of the shows I'm in as well is on Netflix, so please go check that out too. Which is very, very cool. That's called On the Reel. Yes, that's it.
Fantastic. Well done.
I'd like to ask, please, that you should let me know when you're casting and when you are auditioning. I want to try my best.
Talk to Folu, she's on your right. Just
You know.
speak to her.
Okay. So James Silas live in the building. I'm on Instagram, on Twitter, Facebook. I'm not on Tinder.
No.
Swipe right.
Bye bye.
Because Cheeks is listening back.
All right.
Bye.
Well, I and I are still here till 10 o'clock. Fulu, please, if there's ever a role for a male Casanova at 40s, I'll
I'm
do
sorry, we
it.
can't hear you over here.
As in, I can't even believe you. Can you switch off his mic already?
Lagos, stay tuned. We're smooth. It's been the Grapevine.
Alright, let me just. On the booth. They should just go to folustorms.com. It's on there. There's a link to it directly.
You see, Sheon says ordinary.
The mic is off.
Oh, it's off.
Is it? All right. Then just type it in. Just go to folustorms.com.
Ordinary girlfriend
Thanks,
said
guys.
block ourselves.
Bye.
Anywhere, please.
Anyhow, not talking.
Don't call. We don't.